Hello, professors and preachers. My name is TV Skyn, and we've just successfully recruited Mordin Solus.
Professor. It's an honor to have you on board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
You're very well informed.
Solarian government well-connected espionage experts had top-level clearance once, retired now. Still, hear things. Informed of name only, no knowledge of man behind it. Anti-alien reputation listed as problematic.
Don't kid yourself, Professor. Humans still come first in the elusive man's eyes, but this mission is too big for them to handle alone.
The Collectors are abducting human colonists out on the fringes of terminus space.
Not simple abductions. Wouldn't need me for simple.
Entire colonies disappear without a trace. No distress signals are sent out. There are no signs of any kind of attack. There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all, except that every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No. Spreads too slow. Airborne virus? No. Slower than gas. Drugged water supply? No. Effects not so.
You don't have to sit there and guess. We collected samples from one of the colonies. I'd like you to analyze them and figure out how the Collectors did this.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. Going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solus. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No. Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
This ship is equipped with an artificial intelligence.
An AI on board? Non-human crew members? Cerberus more desperate than I thought.
The Collectors have taken tens of thousands of colonists. We'll do whatever we have to do to find and stop them.
Yes, of course. Can't risk being captured like colonists need to identify, neutralize technology, need samples. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
I like Mordin. Anyway, welcome back to Mass Effect 2, where we've recruited Mordin Solus. And now, now I'm gonna level up, because I want to have access to warp. At least. Next, tech armor, and then overload. I need those abilities really badly. But now, we also have the tech lab unlocked. And guess who's in here? Mordin. But more importantly, Research Terminal, which is where the resources that we keep picking up come in handy. So, in order to upgrade my metagel capacity, I need 2,500 platinum. Turns out, fun fact, woohoo! I have plenty of materials available with which to do that. And that's one of the benefits of the little bit of save data editing I did, where I just told the game, like, you know, in the previous game, I went to all the planets, I collected all the resources, don't worry about it, don't question it, is that I start the game with a nice little chunk of extra resources so I can do this research without having to, because, like, I could get those materials, I could get those resources in Mass Effect 2, it wouldn't be that hard, it would just take an inordinate amount of bloody busy work to fly around to the various planets and collect all of that material early on, so... This just saves us a little bit. Oh, okay, so some of them are also hidden as... Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'll just do that. Boom, get the Cerberus armor. I'm not going to use it, but I want it. Want to have it. Prototypes. Inferno armor. Get that one as well. And the Eviscerator shotgun. Yoink, can't use it, but Jacob can. And do I want the Collector Assault Rifle? No. No, I don't. I don't want it. I don't need it. And I can't use it anyway on Shepard, so who cares? Gonna grab me the missile launcher. Again, another weapon I'm not gonna use. It's basically, it's a homing heavy weapon, which is, like, nice, but it's not super necessary. And now I'm running out of materials. I could really use with emergency shielding. But I can't upgrade that yet, so that doesn't matter. Wouldn't mind having the trauma module, though. I might have to go looking for some platinum, then. Alright. Anyway.
Shepard, how can I help?
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
Let's just give Mordin's Omni tool a little extra boost.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well. Safe and secure. Neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs. Noisy. Never used them in STG.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
Again, some insight into Mordin as a person is that he has this very intellectualized approach to everything. So the Plague on Omega is like, oh yes, we can go and help people, excellent, but also I get to do a fun intellectual brain challenge for my smartness, so I can, like, challenge my intellect and like stimulate myself. Like that's very much what he's like as a person, how he approaches the world. And again, that's gonna come back.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Tasks Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar. Given goal, told to accomplish. Better funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
Yeah.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group. What kind of research were you doing?
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under young captain named Kirihi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirihi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Burmire.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest-pounding. No offense.
Why would STG study the genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions, needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about, huh?
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Again, notice how he's intellectualizing it. He's like, oh, what? Infertility plague? No! It just adjusts the birth rate so that they don't grow faster than we want them to. But it justified with the language of logic and the language of rationality. Again, this is gonna come back with Mordin.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
I should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
Earlier when we spoke, you were very open with me. But I hope I didn't come across as too flirty. I don't want to overstep my bounds.
You're very charming, Kelly.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
I think...
I better go.
Yeah, I think we've exhausted our
Commander,
conversation
you've
options
received
with
a
her.
new message at your private terminal.
Unless I'm much mistaken, though, there will be one more.
How may I help you, Commander?
Oh, no.
That'll be
It's
all.
always nice chatting
Need
with
to
you.
leave the ship and come back to reset her conversation. Right. Healing of your facial scars. Commander, I've done further investigating regarding your facial scarring, and the old adage of mind over matter holds true. Negative attitudes and aggressive acts create adverse reactions with your cybernetic implants, while peaceful thoughts and compassionate actions promote healing. If you maintain a positive outlook, I believe your facial scarring will heal on its own. Otherwise, there is surgical equipment we could use to insulate your cybernetic implants and accelerate your healing regardless of your mental outlook. I've updated plans for the new medical equipment to your research terminal in the tech lab. Basically, there's a mechanic in the game where if you are very Paragon, the facial scarring you received in the Cerberus facility, you can see it there on the side of my face, will start to heal. But if you're very Renegade, that is to say very aggressive, then the scars will start to get worse, and you'll even start to, like you'll start to get red glowing eyes, like just look completely demonic. Which is very on the nose, but it's a fun little sort of visual detail.
Commander,
I assume everything's going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
If you don't want to hear it, turn the damn sound off.
Well, it doesn't change anything. It's still watching. Like some creepy kid staring at the back of your head in comp side. You just want to punch him, but he's special and he sets fires or something. Okay, a little too far there, but you know what I mean.
Your problem, not mine.
Thanks, I'll remember this.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Edie and Joker. It's a good dynamic. Anyway, let's go talk to other people, just to see. Oh, by the way, as you acquire weapons, you'll be able to find them lying around in here. For example, here you have a couple of my heavy weapons lying around, which again is one of those lovely little details that's like, doesn't matter, but it's just kind of nice that you can go to the armory and find like examples of your gear lying around.
Commander, can I help you with something?
How we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
If Mordin's modifications hold up, we've got a shot. If they don't, we're dead. Seems like that was always a strong possibility, though. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
Well, we don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? Good deeds like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
Yep, ship enhancements. That's the next thing. Is you can get these upgrades for your Normandy ship that don't do anything in terms of gameplay, but we're gonna want to get them. We're just saying we're gonna want to get them.
You want that, Commander?
We're definitely gonna want them.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell. Is there something specific? Or are you just checking in?
I like to know my crew. Forget procedure. Tell me about yourself.
Informal, huh? Everything's in my file. Ex-Alliance like you, no Reapers or anything, but I got swept under the rug too. The more good you do, the less they want to admit that something needed doing.
Again, look at the cinematic angles on the camera. So this is actually one of the things that BioWare innovated in terms of like the way that RPGs are designed, especially back with Knights of the Old Republic, the original, and Jade Empire back in the day is one of the things they sort of innovated on the Western RPG formula, the CRPG formula, your Baldur's Gates, your Neverwinter Nights and such, is this cinematic approach to camera work where, like, instead of the camera hovering way above, having this sort of isometric view down from above on the play field of an RPG, you would get, they basically did this, like they said, okay, let's apply filmmaking techniques, let's zoom in on these characters, let's actually film this as though there is a cameraman, as though we have some kind of cinematic ambition with it. And early on, it was very rudimentary. Like, the Jade Empire and Knights of the Old Republic, it's like, they did the best they could, but it was, like, very rudimentary animation, very rudimentary reverse shot kind of camera angles, but at the time, it did create a unique cinematic feeling that you just didn't get in games, up until that point. Mass Effect, they pushed that a lot further. Like, that was really a step forward for the cinematic aspect of a game like this. And now with Mass Effect 2, as I've harped on about already, like, I just love the choice of angles, the camera work, like the way that they use the framing of the scene to, like, produce the mood of how the characters are relating to each other. It's like, it's good.
What led you to Cerberus?
The Alliance sidelined me after Eden Prime. Ended up on a job with Miranda that Cerberus treated like an audition. And here I am.
For example, that little shot you got there with Jacob talking, where you can see Shepard's shoulder in the left side of the shot. Like, that's just a nice little shot for it. It's nothing like mind-blowing or anything. It's nothing that film hasn't been doing for decades, but it's just nice. It's good. It's good craft.
You don't seem like a results at all costs kind of guy. Cerberus
Here's another
history
one.
doesn't bother you?
The Alliance is all politics. Somebody has to take down the bad people. Cerberus keeps that line, I'm on their side.
Yeah. Well, just think about who gets to define who the bad people are.
What was your proudest career moment?
Covered this, didn't we? It was after getting sidelined. A Batarian group was plotting to release a weaponized virus and kill the Council. Miranda and I stopped it.
Strange that it wasn't bigger news.
The real work doesn't get publicized, you know that.
There's a good
They say
angle
it's
again.
better that people don't know how fragile the system is or how close the bad guys can get. So, it never happened. Like you and the Reaper. And that's why I'm here.
You make no apologies for doing what you had to. I admire that.
I couldn't go back to the Alliance, not after the cover-up. They did the same to you. General public never knew you were dead or heard the real story of the Citadel. Did you know they used you on recruitment ads? You were the human ideal for like 6 months. Then they replaced you with a composite image they invented. Guess you didn't focus test right. Perfect example of humanity, and they still dumped you.
You liked what you saw, Mr. Taylor?
I meant that you were an example of what we can do, Shepard. Commander. I don't want this to get weird. I should get back to my duties. Everything has to be perfect if we're going to survive this.
I really shouldn't have done that, but I couldn't resist.
Did I put you off, Jacob? You seem rattled.
That's enough for now, Commander. We can talk later.
I can't help myself. I'm not even interested in him, really. It's just the opportunity is too good. Anyway, Miranda. Oh shit, I forgot to do something on Omega. Darn. Oh well, I'm gonna do that later.
It's just too dangerous for them in New Canton. I'm shipping my family back to Earth.
You can afford that?
Cerberus looks out for their own. They're funding the transport for me.
It's the least they can do when we're putting our lives on the line.
Another update on that storyline.
Commander, those provisions you provided were perfect. I owe you. I've already thrown together some of my calamari gumbo. Here, try a bite. Truth told, it's based on an Asari recipe. Seems a little cannibalistic to me with their tentacle heads and all, but they ain't no good grub. Anyway, thanks again. You really came through.
You couldn't just not compare them to animals. Like, you just you couldn't just not do that, but okay.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
I believe that's another ship enhancement. Advanced mineral scanner, yes. Yeah. I'll deal with that later.
Whenever you have the time and resources, let me know.
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties?
Aside from that,
Okay, I've
I
already
send
been
regular
through
reports
this.
to
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far, things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Maybe that's because this isn't a Cerberus operation.
Not to you, maybe. But I report directly to the elusive man. And I'm here because he wants me to be. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
No.
What did Cerberus do that made you so loyal?
I suppose you deserve to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
How bad were the terms you and your father parted on?
Shots were fired.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
I assume that Cerberus approves of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity.
Eugenics
Genetic alterations
included.
But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the elusive man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
Eugenics. That's what it is.
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic. My father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus.
Human-positive.
Before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
We're not anti-alien, we're pro-human! Ah! We've heard this rhetoric before, haven't we?
Talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used by your father, by Cerberus.
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
But yeah, it's like, it does make sense that Miranda would be like,
Rupert, there's something different with tonight's meal. Seems like you put in more food and less ass.
Yeah, keep talking.
like part of the reason why Miranda has like that streak of arrogance about her abilities, but then at the same time, you also get the sense that it's undercut with this like, I am only valuable because of these things, like my genes and my enhancements are the only thing that make me valuable, whether that's to her father or whether that's to Cerberus. And that's part of her psychology, like, and part of the psychology of eugenics also, by the way. It's this sense that, like, oh, well, that genetic fitness, whatever the fuck you define that to mean, which most people define it quite terribly, that's the thing that makes a human being valid, essentially, or valuable. And if you have some kind of genetic unfitness, like hereditary condition or autism or mental health issues that may be hereditary or whatever, then yeah, well, it's like you're just a little bit less valid as a human being. You're a little bit less valuable as a person. You need to be fixed in some way. Like, that shit is there. And it's some gross motherfucking shit. And Miranda is like an example of that mindset, like how that mindset causes a person to behave, you know.
Beauty, isn't it? Pried that off the Krogan warlord, Kazak. Used to run the blood pack out of Omega about 17 years ago. Wasn't even a job. The guy just thought he'd hijack a freighter I was hitchhiking on. Big mistake. I goaded Kazak into one-on-one combat. Took out his legs, grabbed his gun, and killed every blood pack bastard in the room. That was the most beaten Krogan I've ever seen. Kept a helmet to remind me of that pained expression. Hey, don't touch. That rifle's older than you are. I call it Jesse. That's my lucky charm. More men have been killed with that gun than died in the Skillian Blitz. The day I laid her to rest was the saddest day of my life. I'd give up every weapon I own for one more mission with that shitty old rifle. Oh yeah, that's a model of the Verican. Turian frigate. Hell of a ship. I led a mission to bring that thing down from the inside with just 5 men and whatever guns we could bring. No chance of success, but we did it. Everyone died but me. So I made out like a bandit. My first impossible mission as an independent contractor. There's been many since, but nothing so goddamn sweet as watching that Turian warship crash planet-side.
And he has surveillance set up across the ship. Because of course he does. Garbage compactor, where are you? There. Poof. Littering in space.
Thinking about past missions. Got a minute? You might learn something. I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50. Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness.
No, it's just that he didn't see those agents as people, just resources.
Get a knife stuck in the right way, and you can pull that plate right off a Krogan's head. It's the best way to get a Krogan to talk. The threat of it drives him mad. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
And he throws knives, because of course he does. Right. Anyone else that we need to talk about? No, but let's go to the personal cabin. We have one. We have a captain's quarters. Whee! And that's, you see, remember the ships I've been buying here and there as I've been going? Yeah, they all come up here, which is quite nice. This is also where the messages terminal hangs out. Mark as red. Get rid of that. Where I get trophies and other things. Here's a picture. Ah, there we go. Picture of Liara, my old flame. A shower. And fish tanks, by the way. No. That's better. Right, now, we have bought some new armor pieces, so... Here we have Inferno armor, which gives us a negotiation bonus, tech and biotic power damage, and storm speed upgrade. Here's the Cerberus assault armor, which gives us a 10% shield and health and heavy weapon capacity. Terminus armor, which is moving faster, better shields, and weapon reserve for all weapons up by 10%. It's pretty good. Might use that for a bit. Power and shield strength. But you can't customize that, whereas with the normal armor set, you can customize quite a bit. Reduces delay before shields start regenerating 10%, which is actually quite useful, and I'm usually kind of tempted to use the capacitor helmet. Let's see, what did I have for the chest plates? Ah, yes, that one. Capacitor, want that. Let's see, life support webbing plus 10% health. More storm speed, better shield strength. Let's go with shield strength. Yeah, let's do that. And also, casual appearance. Casual. Shepard will wear that dress at some point, but not right now. Yeah, we're not wearing anything with the Cerberus symbol on it. I don't think that one has it, though. Still, I prefer the hoodie. I like the hoodie. I like the casual. Anyway, Edie, where the hell are you? Oh, right, she's outside, isn't she? Or not? Oh, there she is.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Okay. Well, after only half an hour of running around the ship, time to do something else. Let's see. Do we just want to go to... Yeah, let's just go recruit Archangel. Since we're here, and since I need to pick up a thing on Omega anyway. Right. Kind of don't want either Jacob or Miranda with me, but I'm gonna need Miranda, unfortunately. And I think I'm probably gonna prefer to have Mordin? Yeah, actually, I think I will. Anyway, can't do anything with Shepard right now because I need to get to Overload. But with Miranda, can't do anything else either. Yoink. Yeah, that's fine. Don't need to spend his points on that right now. Okay.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. Dr. Solus's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
Excellent. Knew he could do it.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Which is gonna be where we're going. Although first...
So, I heard a human went into the plague zone. Then I found out about a lot of dead Vorcha down. You know anything about this?
Dead Vorcha? No. Don't know anything about that.
Uh-huh. Right. Well, my job just got a whole lot easier.
What's your job here exactly?
I'm supposed to keep the Vorcha in line. Keep them out of Arya's sight. That's about it. Not much for me to do anymore. But the way those Vorcha breed, I'll have something to do soon enough.
There's an awful lot of Vorcha here. What are they planning?
Vorcha? Plan? They're a pestilence, nothing more. If they started planning, we'd all be in big trouble.
I'll just be going.
Keep up the good work.
That's that Captain Gavorn that Vorcha was screaming about earlier. Anyway, let's go get recruited by some mercenaries.
Come on, let me in.
Oh no! Wait! No! Wait!
Are you expecting me?
Markets. We need to go to the markets. Specifically to the lower section of the markets.
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
I buy a lot of parts and equipment. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Well, you seem like a decent person, but you can't breathe a word of it to Harrod.
course.
Then we have a deal. Maybe I'll at least sell something to you.
I have to go.
Please check with my kiosk to see what I have for sale. And thank you.
We'll check in with him a little bit later. There it is. Those are the couplings that Ken and Gabby were looking for. Ooh, the Mattock rifle. I wish I could use it, but I can't. But it's good, but there's no point picking it up right now because it's not gonna do much for any of my other party members. Heavy weapon upgrade? Yeah, let's grab that one.
I'll take it. I hear you're recruiting.
Why don't you step inside? You'll get paid when the job's done, just like everyone else. Who's next? Well, aren't you sweet? You're in the wrong place, honey. Strippers' quarters are that way.
Show me yours, tough guy. I bet mine's bigger.
Impressive. So, you're here to fight then?
You could say that.
Standard fee is 500 credits each. You get paid when the job's done. If you die, your friends don't collect your share. You'll need your own weapons and armor. Looks like you got that covered. And no, this does not make you a member of the Blue Suns, Eclipse, or the Blood Pack. You are a freelancer, period. Any questions?
What do we do once we're there? How do we get to Archangel?
The mercs will tell you when you get there. Last I heard, they were putting the freelancers into scouting groups. They attack in waves to distract Archangel while we try to get past his defenses.
So we're just fodder for his bullets?
If you don't like it, don't sign up. But if you do your job right, it's easy credit. Besides, what are the odds he can kill all of you?
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of trouble for just one guy.
You had a whole team, but we've dealt with them. Now he's just one guy. But he's got the advantage. It's his base of operations and he knows we're coming. He's planned for an attack like this. We've lost a lot of men trying to get to him already.
It's gonna be tough to get to him.
Like chasing a Vorch out of the sewer pipes. But that's why we're recruiting. If we just keep throwing fighters at him, we'll get him eventually.
Why are the mercs working together to take down Archangel?
You haven't been on Omega long, huh? He does everything he can to screw with us. Shipments go missing. Operations are compromised. Every month it gets worse. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits. And men.
Is he a heavy hitter? How many merc bosses are involved in this attack?
Yeah, Tarek runs the Blue Suns, but all three bosses are overseeing the operation. Jarrett's leading the Eclipse and Garm's the head of the Blood Pack. Tarek's in charge, but the others would never say that. I'm surprised they're in on this at all, but I guess getting rid of Archangel is worth it.
Where's the attack taking place?
Archangel's base of operations. He's been hiding right under our noses. I can't tell you exactly where you're going, but we'll get you there.
Where do we go?
Just head over to the transport depot outside the club. One of our boys will take you from there. Send in the next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
You look a little young to be freelancing as a merc.
I'm old enough. I grew up on Omega. I know how to use a gun.
You'll need to know more than that if you want to survive.
I can handle myself. Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol and I want to use it.
Get your money back.
Hey, what are you...
Trust me, kid. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, don't go getting killed, kid. I promise you it's not going to be worth it. Anyway, I'm playing Shepard a little bit more Renegade in this version, as you can see. Like, I'm taking a couple of the Renegade prompts here and there, because they're just fun, and they give Shepard a lot more character. Which, again, is one of the good changes that they made, which, like, you had this Renegade interruption, right, in the conversation, while the guy was being, like, a sexist shithead against you, and then you can, like, pull out a gun and be like, you wanna fucking go, mate? You know, to get him to shut the fuck up, and that's a Renegade option, and that's more fun than if it had been a Paragon option to say, actually, sir, I demand that you respect me on the basis of my... Like, rather than doing an upstanding thing, you just go, okay, fuck you, actually.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Ah, Miranda. I can't stand the stench of the pores.
I'm on the mission.
I hope you're ready. Archangel's been annihilating you freelancers.
Ready when you are.
Get in. It's about time they sent me someone who looks like they can actually fight. They tell you what we're up against?
The recruiter was a little vague.
We wouldn't get many hires if everyone knew the truth. Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way in is over a very exposed bridge. It's a killing ground, but he's getting tired, making mistakes. We'll have him soon enough.
You guys have a plan?
A small team is waiting to infiltrate his hideout, but we need to draw Archangel's fire so they can move in.
And that's where we come in.
Exactly. You'll be on a distraction team. Head straight over the bridge and keep Archangel busy so the infiltration team can sneak in behind him.
Sounds a bit like a suicide mission.
Pretty much. But you look like you can handle it. Head up to the boulevard and get to the 3rd barricade. Talk to Sergeant Kathka. He'll tell you when to go in.
So the bridge is the only way to his hideout?
Exactly. Archangel collapsed all the underground passageways and sealed the doors to the lower levels. We've got teams digging, but it's taking too long. If they can get the gunship flying again, that'll help. But I'm hoping the infiltration team will finish the job and we can all go home.
They were using a gunship to take out one guy?
Yeah, and Archangel shut it down. He didn't destroy it, but he knew just where to hit it to disable it. It wasn't even a fair fight. At least not for us.
Where's the infiltration team now?
On the far side of the bridge near his hideout, but they can't get any closer without being seen.
How'd they get that close without being seen?
More distractions. Tarek used a gunship to keep Archangel busy. We were able to sneak a few men into his hideout before he took it down, but they're stuck there. We need to keep Archangel focused on the bridge so he doesn't find them and wipe them out.
What do you know about Archangel?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just do logistics. Tarek and the other merc bosses have been dealing with him for a while now, but don't be surprised if they're not thrilled about talking to a freelancer.
I better go find Sergeant Kathka.
Good idea. Watch yourself on the boulevard. Archangel's killed dozens out there already.
Getting in, simple enough. Getting out, problematic.
Let's find him first. Then we'll figure out how to get back.
Right, let's go loot the mercenaries. Steal all their stuff.
Shepard, I've scanned the area, but I am unable to plot any other paths to Archangel.
Guess we're going with the mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower. Weakening them before leaving will improve your chances.
As the first wave goes in, the infiltration team will attempt to take Archangel by surprise.
Tarek, I've spoken to Garm and he and his men are on board. Assuming this operation is successful, we can count on high morale and extensive buy-in from the men. From the losses we've already seen, possibility exists that we won't have the men needed to continue to the next objective. It's clear, though, that none of our organizations would be able to move on Aria without the assistance of the other two. Let's deliver that datapad to Aria.
From the freelancers. When they fail, we are up next. The light mechs go in first. If that's not enough, we send in the heavy. Be prepared. Do you need something?
You lead the Eclipse?
You figure that out by yourself? I'm Jareth. I run Omega's Eclipse. What do you need, freelancer?
What do you know about Archangel?
His life expectancy is shortening quickly.
Is that it? Nobody seems to know anything about him.
Look around. You'll learn what you need to know. He's smart, he's resourceful, and he's dangerous. But we've got him cornered. He won't be making fools of us much longer. Can I assist you further?
Where did he come from? Who is he?
Even his team didn't know that. Maybe we'll know more once we have his body. Of course, it really won't matter then.
Why are Eclipse on Omega in the first place?
Since you care so much, Eclipse controls almost 20% of Omega. Our transports and mechs keep the EZO moving.
Sounds very organized.
Eclipse runs like a well-oiled machine, but Omega is anything but organized. It's a constant battle for control. Then Archangel comes along and complicates things even more.
Why does Archangel give you so much trouble?
Ask him. I'm just here to make as much money as I can. We didn't come to Omega to be constrained by laws and regulations. He'll regret ever coming to Omega, I promise you.
Seems like this is personal for you.
He raided one of my transports last month, killed 2 of my best operatives. One of them was my brother, so yes, it's pretty damn personal.
Whoops.
So the infiltration team is the main focus of the attack.
Tarek's plan, not mine. He doesn't want to lose any more men, so he's throwing you freelancers at the problem. Archangel's not going anywhere, so I suppose there's no harm in trying. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky.
I'll get going.
Good idea.
No point antagonizing him necessarily. But, my, that's a nice mech you have there. Sure would be a shame if someone were to tamper with it. Certainly nice mech. Friend or foe ID system? Well, don't mind if I do. Oops, did I do that?
That should slow them down.
Perfect. It'll be hostile if they activate it.
Well, they're not happy to see me. Let's talk to Garm.
Leave us alone.
You're in the wrong place, freelancer.
You the Blood Pack leader?
Name's Garm. That's all you need to know. I'm stuck here waiting till you freelancers are done playing war. Ask your questions and go.
What do you know about Archangel?
He's a pain in the ass. He's a Turian, which makes him slightly worse to look at than you. And he's brave, till he realizes you're more than he bargained for.
Sounds like you've had personal experience.
He tried to take me down once. Waited till I was alone. Longest damn fight of my life. But I held him off till my men showed up. He wasn't so tough after that. We chased him over half of Omega. Almost had him. But the slippery bastard snuck away before we could pin him down.
Why are the Blood Pack on Omega?
We're the muscle on this bloody station. You need protection or want someone removed, talk to us. The Blood Pack are everywhere on Omega. Everybody loves us, and everybody hates us.
I'm guessing Archangel mostly just hates you.
He's just an uptight asshole. I don't really care what he thinks. But he's costing me men, and making me work for my money. I'll be the one to take him out today. You watch. I'm the only one who's fought him one-on-one.
You fought him?
He tried. He almost had him.
When did the Blood Pack attack?
Damn Tarek wants us to wait. I hate waiting. But he says the Suns have a plan, and they don't want us getting in their way. We're supposed to wait until the Eclipse send their mechs. We'll see.
I should get going.
About time.
There we go. What's behind door number 2? Oh, right, that's where I came from. That way. Wait. Nice shot. Let's just grab some protection money. Might as well steal from them while we're here. Oh, there he is. What's behind this locked door that I'm probably not supposed to enter? Medical kits?
This is valuable.
Some submachine gun damage, that's nice. There are gun running accounts. I'll just steal a little bit from that. Pick up some heavy weapon ammo. Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
I'm looking for Sergeant Kafka.
You and me both, lady. He's over there working on the gunship. We go over the bridge when he gives the word. Go talk to him if you want, but I'm in no hurry.
I'll be right back.
Good luck.
What do you want, freelancer?
Want some Medigel?
I don't want excuses. Tell Kafka to get that gunship running, or he'll be next fixed over that bridge. And somebody get me those damn blueprints! Now!
Nothing else in the room? Let's just talk to Tarek then.
Get this freelancer out of here. I don't have time for this shit.
I just have a few questions about the operation.
Get this scum out of my face.
Over here.
Hello, Jinta.
The next wave's going soon. Shouldn't you be outside getting ready?
I have some questions first.
What do you want to know?
What do you know about Archangel?
He's a Turian vigilante who thinks killing mercs is a fun way to pass the time. Other than that, he's a mystery. He shows up, usually at the worst possible time, and screws with our work. He can't die soon enough, if you ask me.
Why do you hate him so much?
He went after Tarek, at his home. Almost got him. Tarek's been on edge ever since, and he's making my life a living hell. Second guesses every damn thing I do. Getting the other merc bands to help us shows you just how desperate he is. They're as bad as Archangel.
What do the Blue Suns do on Omega?
We supply goods to a lot of the groups and factions here.
Goods?
Weapons, mechs, machinery, you name it, we can get it. We also broker deals between factions. You wouldn't know it to look at him now, but Tarek can be quite a negotiator.
How did Archangel get the Blue Suns so mad at him?
He harasses and hounds us constantly. We worry that every job is a trap now. Does he know where this meeting is? Will this shipment suddenly disappear? How many men will we lose this time? Tarek's had enough. I don't blame him.
What's Tarek gonna do if the infiltration team fails?
To start, he'll shoot any freelancers that are still alive. After that, he'll let Eclipse and the Blood Pack take their shots. I suggested we work together, but he doesn't trust the other groups.
What if Archangel survives all the attacks? Then you Suns are on your own.
That's why Tarek wants that gunship fixed so badly. But it won't come to that. Archangel's good, but he can't hold out that long. He's already been in there over a day.
We better get going.
Good idea. Make sure you check in with Cap.
Tell Jareth he better have his mechs ready to go.
What a fun person to work for.
Kathka?
Sergeant Kathka. You must be the group Salky mentioned. You're just in time.
Were you waiting for us?
The infiltration team is about to give us a signal. Archangel won't know what hit him. Got any questions? This may be your last chance.
Are you gonna give us cover with the gunship?
Huh. Tarek is the only one who flies her. Besides, she's not quite ready. That bastard Archangel gave her a beating last time she was out there. A few more tweaks, she'll be as good as new.
Why are you coordinating the attack and fixing gunships?
I'm in the infiltration group. Our team coordinates with the gunship. I'm staying back to organize the freelancers and make sure the gunship's ready to go if we need her.
So the bridge is the only way in?
Until the gunship's working again or the blasters finish with the tunnels. Look, we got a plan. We don't need you trying to come up with any great ideas. Just do your damn job, collect your credits, and go home.
How will the infiltration team get to Archangel?
They've got two options. They trap him in close quarters and finish the bastard off face to face. If that doesn't work, they have explosives. They'll just need time to set up.
So our plan is to jump the wall and head for Archangel's building?
Try not to get killed too fast. You're only a distraction, as long as you're alive. You don't have to make it all the way across. Just keep Archangel watching that bridge. The infiltration team will do the rest.
Are you gonna give us cover with the gunship?
Huh.
Oh, you already had that one.
She'll be as good as new.
Well, let's go.
Are you leading the assault?
Ha! Tarek doesn't pay me to fight. I just plan the attacks and fix the damn gunship. You freelancers get the privilege of...
Target is in sight. Where a go?
Check. Bravo team, go, go, go! Archangel's got quite a surprise waiting for him. But that means no more waiting for me. Gotta get her back to 100% before Tarek decides he needs her again.
You're working too hard.
Oops. Anyway.
Archangel is in trouble. Not much time.
Well, let's not wait around too long.
Doing that gets the gunship back to, like, down to much lower health, when you have to fight it, which, spoiler alert, you do.
We'll give these guys a surprise of our own.
Hostiles! Open fire! She's with Archangel!
How is he? There he is.
Stop shooting, Shepard!
Yeah, if you could just get away from the bomb, please. I need to get rid of it. There we go. Better move fast.
I'll take it.
There. Little brute force, but it'll do.
Archangel?
Shepard. I thought you were dead.
My boy!
Garrus! What are you doing here?
Just keeping my skills sharp. A little target practice.
You okay?
Been better, but it sure is good to see a friendly face. Killing mercs is hard work, especially on my own.
What are you doing out here on Omega?
I got fed up with all the bureaucratic crap on the Citadel. Figured I could do more good on my own. At least it's not hard to find criminals here. All I have to do is point my gun and shoot.
How'd you manage to piss off every major merc organization in the Terminus systems?
It wasn't easy. I really had to work at it. I am amazed that they teamed up to fight me. They must really hate me.
Since when did you start calling yourself Archangel?
It's just a name the locals gave me for all my good deeds. I don't mind it, but please, it's just Garrus to you.
You nailed me good a couple times, by the way.
Concussive rounds only, no harm done. Didn't want the mercs getting suspicious.
Uh-huh.
If I wanted to do more than take your shields down, I'd have done it. Besides, you were taking your sweet time. I needed to get you moving.
Well, we got here, but I don't think getting out will be as easy.
No, it won't. That bridge has saved my life, funneling all those witless idiots into scope. But it works both ways. They'll slaughter us if we try to get out that way.
So we just sit here and wait for them to take us out?
It's not all that bad. This place has held them off so far. And with 3 of you, I suggest we hold this location, wait for a crack in their defenses, take our chances. It's not a perfect plan, but it's a plan.
How'd you let yourself get into this position?
My feelings got in the way of my better judgment. It's a long story. I'll make you a deal. You get me out of here alive, and I'll tell you the whole damn thing.
If we fight as a team, we'll hold them off.
You're right. Their numbers won't help them in here anyway. Let's see what they're up to. Looks like they know their infiltration team failed. Take a look. Scouts. Eclipse, I think.
More than scouts. One less now, though.
Indeed. We better get ready. I'll stay up here. I can do a lot of damage from this vantage point. You can do what you do best. Just like old times, Shepard. Let's give these bastards everything we've got.
Unfortunately for all of you, that's where I'm going to cut this episode. It's been about an hour, probably a little less once I edit it down, but I don't want these to go too long. I don't want us to rush through the game before we're ready to be finished. Garrus, but I have missed you, buddy. I should really use the photo mode to make thumbnails. They bothered putting it in, after all. Anyway, not what I was trying to do. I was trying to end the episode. So, if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Mass Effect 2 with me and you want to see what happens to Garrus and our little infiltration team going forward, well, you'll have to hit the like, comment, and or subscribe button. Maybe all three of them, if you're feeling in the mood for that. Also, the bell icon, notifications, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But, yeah, I have a Patreon, a merchandise store, a tip jar, memberships on this channel. You can use them if you want to. If you don't want to, you really don't have to. It's completely okay. They help me pay my rent. They help me pay for the editor who helps me with some of the videos on this channel and stuff. It's nice to have. Outside of that, thanks for watching. Wear a mask, wash your hands, take the vaccine when it comes, and try to act with solidarity towards those who are working to make the world a better place.